What's going on, everyone? It's Foul Play here, and we're back for match 3 of this modern league. Get into this one shortly. Getting into match 3 here. Alright, winning the die roll against Stepstar. Or Stepstar, there's no T in there. We'll keep this hand. One more lands than we want to see, but you know, Spirit Link, Core Spirit Dancer, pretty good. Especially if we're up against like a burn opponent or something, this hand's going to be amazing. Alright, old Hexproof guy out, pass the turn. Stomping Ground in tapped, alright. Alright, I'll just play the Temple Garden here, play a Spirit Link. I can play Spirit Dancer, opens it up to removal, which I'm not huge on. I guess if that's getting answered, we get at least one attack in with Daybreak and Spirit Link, but... Explore? Okay, so we're versing a Titan deck here. Or it's just Scapeshift. Wow. Alright, so play Daybreak, get ourselves out of the range of Anger of the Gods. Gain ourselves 8 life for our trouble attacking here. And next turn, you know, we got Core Spirit Dancer, plus if we draw an Aura, we can cast that as well. I haven't seen traditional Scapeshift in a very long time. I don't think they can beat this with both the Spirit Link and the Daybreak Coronet. Like, they need to go to quite a few lands to do so. So Summoner's Pact. Dryad of Lycian Grove. Play the Dryad of Lycian Grove. They get to play an extra land for their turn as well. Any other effects? No. That's a pretty good one, isn't it? Spirit Dancer down, Ethereal Armor buffing our creature, making us gain a lot more life. Draw a card with the Spirit Dancer. Any other auras? Oh, wow. Alright, well, we literally had it all this game. I can't see them beating it when we go up to like 36 here. Sorry, 46. Like, what's the turn where they win this one? Remember when if they wanted this sort of like effect, they needed like to play the enchantment Prismatic Omen instead of the creature Dryad of Lycian Grove. I guess like they're both pretty similar, but I think after the Summoner's Pact, my opponent can't win here. If they did like Escape Shift, maybe they can get like 4 Valor Cults, Vesuva, and something else, and then like deal like 30 triggers on the stack towards me or something. Opponent concedes. Oh, this is too much for them. Alright, so probably similar to if they were playing Prismatic Omen, we're bringing in these forces because Dryad of Lycian Grove is something that needs to be answered. We can also bring in Gadok Teak for Scapeshift. Torporob is actually like semi-reasonable. Did we see white mana there? It's kind of important. Snow Mountain. I think they were just green-red, right? If they have white mana, you might want to play around Skyclave Apparition and bring in Torporob. It is good against pretty much exactly the Reclamation Sage. Oh, mate. Probably Core Spirit Dancer loses a decent amount of value. Like, taking 2 out seems fine. And then there's nothing more important to say there. What else do we want to remove? Maybe a Griff Spoon, because opponent can have anger. I think maybe the Spirit Mantle, because sucker to a Tribe Scout is probably more likely just going to be the annoyance, right? We'll go with this. Okay. Alright, so opponent keeping 7. Got a hand with Dried Arbor and Razorverge Thicket as our lands. Force of Vigor interactions and double Coronet and Spider Umbra. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to keep this. Big old scary Valakut. I'm going to turn to the Dried Arbor here. Just stops my opponent from getting the free Lightning Bolt, right? Hopefully they progress their board somehow. Explore. Sweet. Just fading the Lightning Bolt. Oh, they played a tapped land? Even better, man. Even better. Alright. Maybe we're a bit lucky keeping this hand and potentially getting there. I could be getting ahead of myself here. Ethereal Armor, good draw. Now we're looking to draw another white mana source so we can Daybreak. We do need to play around things like Reclamation Sage and Nature's Claim and Force still. Dried of Elysian Grove is like, you know, fine, right? If they play an Anger of the Gods here, a Sweltering Suns, our Dried Arbor still lives, but it's not ideal because we can't get it to 4 toughness afterwards. Double green and red. Steve. Okay, Steve is fine by me. Land. So play out the Rancor so we guarantee the damage. Maybe playing Ethereal Armor is like good there, but at the same time, like if they Anger the Gods, Spider Umbra triggers anyway, so. And if they have Nature's Claim plus Anger of the Gods, it doesn't matter anyway. So this would be the turn where they go for the Dried of Elysian Grove into Scapeshift. So they can play 2 lands this turn, get the mana up high enough to do all that. There's the Dryad. There's the Valakut. Triggering. Super awkward. They got these fetch lands they can crack in response. It's actually pretty bad for us. Because now they can crack another one and we can't cast our second force. This trigger goes on the stack, takes away our totem armor. Next trigger goes on the stack and kills it. Dude, if only we had another green card in our hand, it would have worked out perfectly. We would have potentially resolved Daybreak, Coronet, and then won from there. We have, however, answered our opponent's Dried of the Elysian Grove. So that is a positive. Oh, wait. Did he target face with that one? Oh my goodness, he didn't realize that it stops the trigger from resolving. Okay. We're still in the game. We resolve Daybreak, which gives us more toughness than Ethereal Armor would. And we can attack for 6. Scapeshift, target Force of Vigor. Alright, Rancor back to hand now. We can choose to attack. Opponent's got 1 card in hand. I think we just want to replay the Rancor here post-combat and then look to Daybreak next turn. It's like worse if they have exactly Dried of Elysian Grove and Fetch Land. Or any land, I suppose. Farseek. Oh, what was that noise? That was interesting. Scapeshift with 7 targets. Alright, cool. They went. They've obviously got, you know, the Valakults in the mountains. That's fine. I don't need to see all that. So how good would Heroic Intervention be at protecting my auras from a Force of Vigor? That'd be a pretty good value. Alright, let's take out these Spirit Dancers and bring in some Heroic Interventions. Super greedy, probably not right. I don't care. And when I said Force, did I say Force of Vigor? I meant Heroic Intervention, right? Alright, so we're on the play. We have no white mana. I'd love to keep this hand, but I just can't. This hand, however, better. Not great, but good enough to keep, I feel. Bottom, the Scout. Done. Definitely looking for that second mana. Like, hitting a white mana on turn 2 is the difference between winning the game and losing the game. Hitting a white mana on turn 3 isn't going to be good enough. It's going to be too slow by that point. I'm calling it already. Alright, it's not good enough. We lose. Played a Hyena Umbra here. There might be potential to, like, want to play around a Force of Vigor. Potentially. By playing our worse auras, but we don't have that many auras to play. Like, Farseek, ramp themselves, sure. Mana? It's not mana. Alright, play this down, get our toughness happening. So now we don't just straight die to Anger of the Gods. We just die to Anger of the Gods plus Force of Vigor. Next turn we can play either of our 2 evasive effects. They're both pretty equivalent to each other. Cycling Sheltered Thicket. So it's good for us. Means he's digging for something, right? It means he probably has the lands in hand, but he's digging for Scapeshift, Dryad, something like that. Maybe a Force of Vigor. We draw our own Force of Vigor. That's pretty good. I'm going to Rancor here. So we might get there, but the opponent's like done nothing. Turn 4, they're on 4 mana after doing a Farseek on turn 2. Oh wait, no, they can play an extra mana. Alright, gotcha. So they play explosives. They crack it now? Sure. Totem Armor triggers. Rancor comes back to hand. We have an attack for at least 3 next turn, maybe more. Alright, put them to 2. Damn explosives. Well, I mean, realistically, Heroic Intervention's looking a little bit better again. Like, it was great. Scapeshift with exactly 7 mana. Cool. Well, we had the win in the hand there if we curved out on lands, but instead we're just drawing all this fucking garbage and said 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 18 damage. That's exactly enough to kill us. And if this land was a Razorverge Thicket, they would have needed to have done more. Damn. We played that as best as we could. We just couldn't quite get there. So, unfortunately, we didn't quite get there today. I'd like to thank you all for taking the time to watch. This matchup is probably a little bit better than the more conventional Titan lists of recent, i.e. Amulet and Reclaimer. But yeah, match 3, not quite good enough. Getting stuck there on that 1 mana source for pretty well the whole game. And they had a Scapeshift hand, which didn't need Dryad of the Elysian Grove to go off, right? So yeah, I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe. If you haven't already, look me up on Twitch. There's a link in the description. Thanks once more. I'll see you all next time.